Hey guys, if you're a tractor owner and you own a tractor that's 100 horsepower or less and you utilize a lot of 3-point uh, attachments, there's a time and a place where you're going to have certain equipment that you feel like when you drop your lift arms down that you cannot have that piece of equipment hit the ground effectively. Or maybe you're driving across the ground and you don't feel like your lift arms are low enough that you're going to get optimum engagement with the implements that you're pulling. If that's the case, stay tuned because I'm going to show you how you can make an adjustment on your tractor and it'll benefit you in a lot of ways that uh, you can get more engagement and more lift arm drop to alleviate those problems. I'm going to show you on three different tractors, a Ford 7710, a Kubota 7060M, and this LS. They're all relatively the same, so stay tuned. So one of the first things you can identify knowing that your lift arms aren't low enough is when you have an implement that you can't actually drop it to the ground. Now this is a 55-gallon sprayer. It's really a Cat 1. It can be pulled by a lot smaller tractor than this. But I should still be able to put this down the ground. It comes with legs. But unfortunately, these lift arms are in not the proper position, so I'm stuck. So right now, this thing has 35 gallons of fluid in it. I just can't muscle it around. So we have to settle it down on a pallet. And that's the only way I'm going to be able to lift it back up once I disengage and pull the lift arms off. So this is an example of an immediate thing that you should start making changes to your equipment immediately when you have this problem. This is a 300-gallon sprayer, which is a lot bigger than the other one that needs to be pulled by a bigger tractor. And it also has to be uh, on pallets because I can't actually take it off, even with a quick attach plate to it, or even without it actually being on some kind of pallet to get a hold of it. So again, I know that the implement and the tractor that I'm using aren't working properly. And it's not the implement's fault, it's the tractor's fault. My name's Brad Kemp with Blue Nile Farm. And in my entire lifetime, I've never messed around with 3-point hitch as far as linkages to drop them higher or lower until today, because now I'm having a problem because I need ground engagement. And I'm going to show you exactly why this is coming up, and this is why I'm kind of bringing this to your attention, because it's never been an issue for me before until now. And I think it's a good time to let people know about this because I finally learned about it and I want to pass it on because it will benefit you down the road and you won't have to do this stupid stuff of putting stuff on pallets if you fix this problem right away. So let me show you my biggest problem. So I do a lot of hay, and bottom line is this is my brand new seeder. I was going to take it out. It's my Brillion tilling seed. We're going to start calibrating it and seeding fields, and I was kind of playing around with it. And the unit weighs 2,500 pounds, even though they say it could be pulled by a 35 to 60 horsepower tractor. 2,500 pounds is a lot of weight. And I'm going to use a Kubota M7060, which is 70 horse to pull it. And I think it's a great mix between both of them for not only safety, but for just to get the job done. And they fit perfectly together very well. The problem I'm having is when I drop my lift arms, which like you saw in that 55-gallon sprayer, these tines that are supposed to engage the ground and turn it up aren't engaging. They can't get low enough to hit. So this is kind of like I said, the straw that broke the camel's back to why I'm kind of making these changes and making this video, because for all my life, for over 40 years of owning tractors, I've never had this problem before. And I guess if I would have known about this earlier, I probably would have gotten a little bit better with utilizing my tractors and some of my implements because of different things that I could do with it. Not only making hookups easier, but ground engagement a lot easier because the machines can go lower and start working the ground better. I can see with box scrapers, TR3s, tillers, anything that needs ground engagement, the deeper you can go, the more engagement you'll have. At least you have the ability to raise and lower. But if you are too high and you're not getting that engagement, you're not optimizing those pieces of equipment. So those are two big major factors that should make a huge difference. Plus, it's also easier for you to hook up because now you can go lower and you should be able to hook up this equipment a lot better than just fighting trying to lift up some of these arms to get them on the implement. So let me show you this adjustment because it's almost too simple and I never paid attention to it till now. So here I'm on an LS tractor, and here's the arms themselves, and both sides have the same setup. There's a pin here, and then you have holes, a bottom hole, a middle hole, and a top hole. And this one's set for the middle from the dealership. I've never messed with it, but I never had a problem with the LS tractor. So I haven't messed with this at all. But if I wanted to get more ground engagement, I pull the pin out, pull this pin out, pull the pin out on the sides, drop the arm one notch, and I'm good. If I wanted more lift capacity and I don't have to go down so low, I can always go up a hole. So right now it's set in the middle of the road, but it can actually drop a little bit lower, which will probably drop me about 1 to 2 inches down lower if I need that engagement. But this is an example of just the LS tractor and how you can make that fix. This is a Ford 7710. Same situation. You have a pin to pull, and there's a bunch of different holes along the line here that you can set this up. This tractor itself is also middle of the road. It can actually go to one more pin forward. So this is on the 7710. So the Kubota 7060 is my real problem tractor. So I took that sprayer off. We're in my shop right now. So this is the pin, and this is the hole we're going to move it to. So we have a big pin in the back here we're going to have to pull out, which isn't that big of a deal, except for just the angle that they have it in. And once we get the pin out, then we can adjust it. So the pin's out. And I just want to show you too, height-wise, from the middle of the ball to the ground is 14 inches. So by pulling this pin out, adjusting the link down, I can tell you right now, just by seeing it drop a considerable distance, our height to the bottom of the ground right now is 10. So I've dropped 4 inches just by dropping that link. 4 inches, that's huge. And that's a lot more better ground engagement. It's going to make it a lot easier to hook up to any implement that there could be. And this is the easy fix. And I showed you 3 tractors just to show it to you, but this is a tractor that I needed fixed. And a lot of other models are similar in nature. Some of them will talk about turnbuckles and turning them down. Turnbuckles, that's fine for some things, but to really make that major drop, look for these holes because it makes a big difference. And you may have just turnbuckle action for small tractors like 20, 25 horse. But when you get these bigger tractors, definitely go by the hole. Now you're going to have more lifting capacity at the, when you're higher, but I don't think it's going to make that much. But when you need to get into hookups, especially from Cat 2 tractors, and you're going to hook up to a Cat 1 implement, a lot of times they're lower to the ground. So you definitely want to go with something like this. But this is something to pay attention to, and it'll really make a difference in your operation, especially with certain implements. It may not affect you ever, but once in a while you're going to find an implement like I have, and I just happen to get like 3 of them all at once, and they become to be a real issue. So this is the fix. Hey guys, thanks for watching that video on how to adjust those lift arms. I'm going to tell you, it makes a huge difference. When you have a problem on certain piece of equipment, just understand they are adjustable, and you may not have to adjust where you're at. But if you are off the ground, you may want to adjust them. If you're not getting ground engagement, or maybe you have never tried this before, drop it down and see how it works for you. And I'm going to tell you what, I'm glad I did this. Now I can run that seeder because that was my biggest problem. And I never really thought this was an issue till now. But all these tractors that I pointed out, and there's many other brands on the market that are relatively similar, look at their manual, look at how you can make this adjustment. A lot of it, just look back there and see if you have those holes, and it's an easy, quick fix. And even if you don't want to run like that all the time, understand that you can do it on and off. It's very fast to do. It's not hard. So until next time, thanks for watching, guys. Hopefully that was helpful for somebody, and I'll talk to you guys soon.